Hold on to your butts, folks, because we're talking about scammers today, the digital pickpockets of the 21st century. These aren't your run-of-the-mill con artists. They're sophisticated, tech-savvy criminals. These crafty devils have been around since dial-up, but they've upped their game with this whole cryptocurrency thing. It's like they've found a new playground and they're having a field day. We're talking millions of dollars vanishing into the ether, leaving a trail of heartbroken victims in their wake. Families ruined, dreams shattered. It's a digital nightmare. One recent scam specifically targeted folks desperate for remote work. You know, those of us still wearing pajama bottoms to our home offices. They dangle the promise of easy money and then, poof, it's gone. These scammers are like that friend who always forgets their wallet, except they're stealing your life savings, not the price of a takeaway pizza. It's a betrayal on a massive scale. They prey on hope, which, let's be honest, is in short supply these days. They exploit our vulnerabilities, our desires for a better life. So how do we fight back against these digital desperados? Knowledge is power, people. Arm yourself with information, stay vigilant, and don't let these grifters win. Enter New York Attorney General Letitia James, a real-life superhero in sensible shoes. With a fierce determination and a no-nonsense attitude, she has become a formidable force against cybercriminals. Her office has been on the front lines of this cybercrime wave, working tirelessly to expose these scams and bring the perpetrators to justice. Day in and day out, her team sifts through mountains of data, following digital breadcrumbs to track down these elusive criminals. Think of her office like the Ghostbusters, but instead of busting ghosts, they're busting scammers who think they can hide behind fancy algorithms and fake online identities. These modern-day heroes use cutting-edge technology and old-fashioned detective work to unmask the villains. In a recent case, James's office uncovered a particularly insidious operation that lured victims with the promise of easy money through remote work. The scammers preyed on people's hopes and dreams, only to leave them devastated and financially ruined. They even froze the stolen assets, which in the world of cryptocurrency is like catching a greased piglet. This was no small feat, as these digital assets are notoriously difficult to trace and recover. These scammers are finding out the hard way that just because their crimes happen online doesn't mean they're above the law. The long arm of justice is reaching out even into the darkest corners of the internet. Justice might move slowly sometimes, but it's coming for you, scammers, and when it does, it will be as cold and unyielding as the winter wind. So how do these scams actually work? Well, imagine this. You're scrolling through job listings, desperate to escape your soul-crushing commute and finally become master of your own destiny. The daily grind has worn you down and you're yearning for a change. Suddenly you see it. The perfect remote job. It's like a dream come true, right there on your screen. The pay is amazing, the hours are flexible, and the job description basically describes your ideal Tuesday afternoon. It feels like the universe is finally aligning in your favor. You pinch yourself, but this is no dream, it's real. And it's right there for the taking. You send in your resume, heart pounding with anticipation. Every second feels like an eternity as you wait for a response. And then, bam, you get the job. The excitement is overwhelming and you can hardly believe your luck. But there's a catch, isn't there always? Something feels a bit off, but you brush it aside. They need you to set up a cryptocurrency account to receive payments. It sounds a bit unusual, but you go along with it. They might even ask you to invest some of your own money first. You know, just to get started. This is where things start to get really suspicious. This, my friends, is where the alarm bells should be deafening. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Here's the good news. You're smarter than these scammers. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Do your research, folks. Check out companies thoroughly before handing over any personal information. Be wary of unsolicited job offers, especially those requiring cryptocurrency transactions. And for the love of all that is holy, never, ever send money to someone you don't know online, no matter how convincing their sob story is. If you do come across something fishy, report it to the authorities immediately. Let's work together to make the internet a safer place, one busted scam at a time. Stay vigilant, my friends, and don't let the scammers win.